Is it too late for us? Is the matrix control overwhelming to the point where nobody's going to make it to 5D? Nobody can get through the metaverse. Nobody's able to unlock their senses and get beyond this physical universe in order to get in tune with this great awakening. Remember, the minority is you and I. The light workers, star seeds, chosen ones, people that are seeing through this veil of illusion, people with their third eye open, is the minority. Remember, the majority are people trapped in that matrix control, trapped in that separation consciousness, trapped in the duality, trapped into the separation of you and I being not one. The truth is, you and I are one. The people that don't even understand spirituality, we are one too. All sentient beings are one in this eternal consciousness through the I am presence. Now, the moment you start figuring out, chemtrails, the toxic food system, right? GMO foods, getting into the poison in the water, fluoride, and all this kind of stuff, it's like, why are they doing this in the first place? Why are any humans, right, affecting other humans and getting them in a lower vibration when we should be ascending to the fifth dimension and living in new earth? All right, that's what's called the fifth dimension. Now, the third dimension is not going anywhere. Remember, you are multi-dimensional. Doesn't matter where you calibrate on this frequency scale. We are all in this collective consciousness together. You see, so as long as there is still one soul that is stuck in that 3D, that is stuck in that matrix control, then all of us cannot ascend. You see, the old paradigm was doing it on the individual. We had these ascended masters, Yeshua, Jesus. We've seen the Buddha. We've seen people come down here to planet Earth, right, and show us the key to enlightenment and nirvana and unlocking this higher consciousness. And yet, again, the majority of man is not willing to accept these teachings, not willing to accept the fact that there even is higher consciousness. And yet here we are with these same old problems and expecting different results and living in this insanity. Now, that insanity is not happening by a coincidence. That's not happening by any accident, right? There's a reason why you don't have access to tools for higher consciousness or higher education or proper foods, let alone clean air or clean water. All of this is by no accident. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to keep complaining and keep getting into conspiracy theories or blaming, Bill Gates or who did this or get into that? No. Let's talk about solutions. Let's talk about what it really takes in order to manifest New Earth and create 5D right here. And it all comes back down to nature. It all comes back down to that thing that is innate within all of us, and that is nature. You are nature. I am nature. Everything is a part of that nature. It's a part of the 5 elements, right? So all of us are here to get in tune with that 5 element energy and get away from this artificial metaverse thing that people are so addicted to now, you see? So what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years as people fully emerge into this matrix machine, as people fully merge their consciousness with this simulation, with this AI, you see, what's happening is that need, that desperation for nature will always be there. In fact, it will continue to be there. You see what I mean? It's going to grow. It's going to envelop. As we get more artificial, it's only inevitable that people want something natural, starting with food, starting with clean air, clean water. Yes, however, I'm talking about a natural life. I'm talking about something that is fulfilling to your soul instead of getting so shallow and getting into this place where all we're doing is talking about what's on the surface. You see, their belief is that planet Earth is so corrupt that we're already thinking about what's happening on Mars. Don't you understand that this planet is literally made up of you? The stars, the elements, the cosmos itself is you. This human meat suit that makes up all of it is within you. So how can we get away from that? It's literally impossible. And yet the mind will attach to these beliefs and create these problems over and over again. And the fear response will never go away. Because that's how it's fueled, right? That's how that matrix agenda is fueled, through fear. So understand that all of this comes back down to your ability to love, your ability to ascend, your ability to get in tune with the higher consciousness. Wherever scale that you're at, it doesn't matter here, because I want you to know it comes back down to love. Not this, silly new age hippie woo-woo sense of love. I'm talking about a direct experience through a frequency of calibration that is love. Another word for this would be the light. Literally, the light that is coming through us, the light that is here within us, is a light body, and the meat suit is wrapped around it. This physical construct that we call a human body is just the shell, right? Encompassing this light. Now, if this light is dormant at a lower vibrational state that is trapped within this matrix duality and the code, then how can we experience freedom? How can we experience empathy, joy, compassion? Any of these higher expectations or higher consciousness things are not going to happen if we are trapped into that lower vibration. So now it is time to free yourself of these shackles, right? No more getting into political debates, no more getting into blaming, no more getting into anything on the surface, actually, because recognizing that the left and the right or the red or the blue, it's all the same. It doesn't matter what label you're attaching to. As long as it's something physical, you are going to attach to something that is a limited potential of what you could be experiencing. And that's why the depression kicks in. That's why the anxiety sets in, because you know that you should be doing more and you could be doing more and you could be serving the highest good of all and ascending to the fifth dimension right here on planet Earth, instead of getting caught time and time again into that low vibrational state. You know what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter what's the Taco Bell, right? The Matrix food, you know what I mean? That relationship, that attachment, that alcohol, that drug, that technology, whatever that thing is that is keeping you dependent on that Matrix system. You see, you're never going to get around free will. You have to deprogram. You have to unschool. You have to get rid of that dependency from yourself, from the mind and the attachment itself. And the only way to do that is by going through it, recognizing that those are just people that are just giving you little breadcrumbs that are only leading you to a dead end road. The true infinite road, the true breadcrumb trail that you want to follow is through your higher self. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. I want you to question everything and understand that your higher self is always leading you. All you have to do is disconnect, right, from that attachment and the ego consciousness, and accept the fact that your ego doesn't know what to do because it is limited, right? Go in with that higher self. Go in with that technology that is beyond, right, everything artificial, and tap into the natural world. That's our destiny. That's what we're all doing right now, and it's working. That matrix control is going away. That illusion of separateness is going away. I can see these beautiful fruits all around me. I see this destiny that is you, that is tied to infinite consciousness, that has nothing to do with the illusion of separateness anymore. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Doesn't it feel good to be a part of this? Right? Let me know in the comments section. If you're listening on the podcast, jump over to my social media. What do you think about all this that's happening right now? Are we truly ascending to the fifth dimension, or are we getting trapped and the matrix is just going to create some form of control all over again that's going to make the toilet paper and, COVID look like nothing? Like, what are we truly doing here? Are we creating this separateness, or are we truly manifesting new earth? Let me know. Until next time, guys, I love each and every one of you. Infinite love, infinite peace.